vampire and dragon defeated. Oh, we had our fun. Finished every quest released in 2001. 22 full years of questing, banking a death we cannot do. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2002. Welcome back to April 9th, 2002. I'm doing some fletching, because I'm going to need to do a lot of fletching for future things. And it is a reasonable thing to be doing. Not too intensive or anything. Also could just be going fishing, but that's for later. So, for now, fletching. Level 21 fletching. Making these oak short bows. As blood spindle short bows in Damonheim. I expect by the time that dungeoneering exists, we're going to be able to make a lot of nice things in there. So, that'll be good. Where's over here? South of Sears Village, near the flax field, at some oak trees. Looking forward to the possibility of oak trees that might be in better locations. I guess that is something worth looking into. If we can update the days here and get a better location for chopping oak trees. We do get a significant update moving towards the next quest here. We probably make an easier run than all the way over here to Ardougne. I guess I could look into it at least. All these oak short bows. We also could just drop all the oak short bows, but that would be a lot of dropping oak short bows, which not really what I'm looking to do here. No. Maybe I chop some oak logs here and see if we've got better options. Speeding this up would be a pretty good idea. The problem is oak tree locations and a general store next to it. Eventually, there's going to be a good spot in Remington, but that's actually after when I need to do the fletching, so not going to actually help. Let's see if we can get anything done here. If not, I guess we just keep cutting wood here. This is fine too. Well, there would have been a better location to chop oak trees closer to a general store. 2 even. But those oak trees have been removed. So, here we are with oak trees that don't exist yet and oak trees that have been removed. It's the mining and smithing rework all over again. Trying to do what I can. There's 22 fletching. Iron darts and Meramos arrows in Damonheim. Sure. So I think this is going to be about as good as we can do. I was contemplating possibly going north or through here, but having to constantly click this gate and not just run a direction, and having to go further north and then back around. So this is about what we're going to get here. But we can make a little money here, I guess. Not much, really. 15 coins each. For a whopping 300 per trip here. I'll take it. I will take it. 42 wood cutting. That is also a thing that's going to be happening here. Stable dugout canoes for the river canoe system. Cool. Well, that's going to be a thing later. And also we can just get some fletching XP here. Really enjoying the 16.5 XP of the oak short bows. It's much better than the 10 or 5 from the regular wood bows. My goodness. And that is 23 fletching. Blood spindle traps in Damonheim. Yeah. Dungeoneering. 24 fletching. That is blurite bolts, blurite / oak crossbow, and the oak stock for that crossbow. Really just get the whole crossbow package all at once here. Delightful. No crossbows exist yet, except for the ones that are terrible. We don't talk about them. 25 fletching. That is a quest requirement. And oak shield bows, aka oak longbows. Upping our experience from 16-ish to 25. Yeah, 16.5 to 25. Same logs, more XP. Delightful. And we'll also get some more money for selling them to the shop. Presumably. For whatever reason, the regular longbows, or shield bows, I guess, the regular shield bows sold for more than the oak short bows. So we will see how much more money we get for this. Should be something. I'll take it. I'll take something. These were 15. These are 24. Still not a lot, but better than having to drop everything. So at least we have that. 43 wood cutting. Nothing. 26 fletching. That is jade-tipped blurite crossbow bolts and the blood spindle longbow. We really only care about the regular short and long / shield bows here. Everything else is a little bit not existent. 27 fletching. Nothing. 28 fletching. That is blood spindle staffs and wands in Namenheim. Engineering really does add like double of everything in the game. Lots of unlocks. Always great. 29 fletching. Nothing. 44 wood cutting. That is the lumberjack outfit. That brings up some questions about storage and construction and all that. We will deal with that later. 30 fletching. Milestone achievement, such and such. And steel arrows, which we could make. That's an option. Ogre composite bows and utuku to arrow shafts. Less so. 31 fletching. That is utuku short bows in Namenheim. Yeah. 45 wood cutting. That's a pretty useful level here, because that is maple trees. Also, maple trees in Miscellanea, just for favor there. Hollow trees and evil maple trees. But maple trees is what we get. Don't know if we're going to be doing any training with maple. We'll have to figure that out as we level up here. But for now, higher woodcutting is still useful. 32 fletching. That is kebbit-tipped hunting bolts. That is hunter and crossbows. Two things that don't exist. 33 fletching. That is steel brutal arrows. Cratonite arrows in Namenheim, and utuku traps in Namenheim. Nope. 46 wood cutting. Well, that's nothing. And then we can just make a bow here for 34 fletching, which is also nothing. And there is 35 fletching. That is willow short bows. So now we are done with oaks. So these offer 24 each. Alright. Let's see how much a willow shortbow is here. Once again, loving the RuneScape 2, RuneScape 3 trees here. Willows right here. Oaks right here. Don't exist yet. So currently, the best willow trees that we can chop are very, very far away from a store. And it's never going to get better with willow, unfortunately. So, at the distances we now need to run, I think it's probably just best to just drop them. Which I'm not too excited about. It's definitely going to be better experience in woodcutting and fletching. Here's the willow trees. All the way over here. 67 woodcutting XP. And 33 fletching XP. But yeah, trying to run these all the way back over to the shop in Catherby. It's so many times further. It's even further away than the oaks were. There's another pretty similar distance willow tree to store run coming with the next update. But as you can see, it's really not very good. It's so not very good. They might end up walking. That's how far we need to run to a store. Yikes. And all that work to sell them for 30 coins each? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So, I think we're just going to end up fletching and dropping the bows. But for now, I'm going to do a very similar thing, actually. Fishing and dropping the fish. I'm just going to drop the knife here. And unfortunately, I can't buy a fly fishing rod here in Catherby. So I'm going to have to get over to Port Sarum. And we don't have any teleports, so we're just running there, I guess. Go pick up a fly fishing rod, head to Barbarian Village, and start working on these 19,000 feathers. Living the dream. 63 fishing. That is nothing. And then if we turn over here to the fire, we get 67 cooking, which is tuna and sweet corn topping. Also, something that I just realized, cooking on a fire when it was changed to be bonfires now gives 10% more experience. So, that's something. Just add that onto the list of things that give the wrong amount of things. Things that give the wrong amount of experience, things that give the wrong amount of gold. It's definitely a thing. Technically, we could drop 10% of the fish we get, but nah. Nah. We're already fishing enough. And slightly higher cooking level, not a huge deal in the long term. So, here we are. Fishing and cooking. 64 fishing. And if we cook a fish here, 68 cooking. Really is being very even here, level per level here. So that's working out. We get nothing, and baked potato with tuna and sweet corn. Very complicated dish, pretty strong. Ish. Juju gumbos. And stop burning garden pies and plain pizzas. Yeah. If it's not just a regular fish, it's usually more effort than it's worth. I think that should be enough fishing for now. I'm going to drop all the fishing supplies and fish. I mean, I guess we can keep some of the fish. Could be worth it. We're going to be taking a little bit of damage here. We'll see how that goes. Alright. Because we're now ready to go over to new things. Just gonna go pick up some runes so I can teleport around. Makes it much, much nicer. All things considered. Before we get into the big update here, we got a few more tidbits to go through. On April 10th, 2002, Chronozon was moved to the lower levels of the wilderness. We ended up fighting him not in the wilderness anyway, so he was moved again later. We already went over that. And also, a bug with magic was fixed, so you could no longer rapid fire spells. Sounds like a great time. Rapid fire magic. Wild. But yeah, that's been fixed. For a while now. And a change to how potions work. You would be able to drink the potions while you still had boosted stats, but it would only boost you up to the maximum that it would have before. So, no drinking a ton of strength potions to skyrocket your stats. That's a completely separate bug for a completely separate thing. But this works out. And then, on April 12th, 2002, just a small news post about there now being 3 support staff that could answer questions and help moderate the game, doing all that kind of stuff. The team continues to grow as there's now membership and all that. And the game also continues to grow because on April 22nd, 2002, the New York worlds came online. So now there's even more worlds, more places, better connection, all good stuff. There was some concern with all the new worlds and the way that the spawn rates of things were depending on world population. So we're going to investigate changing the spawn rate algorithms to make things feel better. But that is not something we have anything we can do about. The spawn rates are what they are now. It's just part of the deal here, trying to do this in RuneScape 3 here. That's alright. We've got a lot of other things that we need to worry about. Specifically, the next update. Because on April 30th, 2002, we got a new area. Specifically, Ardougne. Not the hugest portion of Ardougne. I mean, I guess it's most of what is going to be East Ardougne here. We got a windmill, always great, and the accompanying wheat field. Unfortunately, the potatoes and cows are no longer here. Everything got really smashed around here with the addition of player-owned farms. So now we got this entire thing here, where we should have some cows. And the wheat field's on the other side, and there's no potatoes. There's still the windmill, though, so we got that going for us, I guess. But what we also have is new skills, plural. One of which is definitely more interesting than the other. We've got the carpentry skill added to the skills list here, which doesn't do anything. Still trying to make those player-owned houses work, or change things to make them work. So carpentry is in the cards here. But we also get the return of thieving. This time, with actual things you can do. Thieving is a really central focus here in Ardougne. We've got pickpocketing, We got various trapped chests, stalls, doors, and even a new quest. Not easing into it slowly here. Tribal Totem requires 21 thieving on the exact same day that the quest was added to the game. Or the skill even. Get 21 thieving. Wild. Not that level 20 is super crazy by any means. That's pretty cool. So 4 things in thieving. There is some of the things, and some of the things don't exist yet. No surprises there. Specifically, for pickpocketing is where we need to start. And we need to start by finding a regular man or woman here. I think there should be some here in Ardougne. Possibly over in these houses, which partially don't exist, partially do. Either way, we can do some pickpocketing here. We technically already have some thieving levels from time shenanigans, so we don't need to go super crazy here. Originally, failing to pickpocket would put you into combat with the enemy, which very much changed how things work, because you would just end up probably killing them. Instead now, you just get punched in the face, stopping you from continuing to thieve. And there is level 4 thieving. We look at everything here. We've got man, pompous merchants don't exist, vegetable stalls don't exist. So here we are. And it's also looking like a much more recent update for auto pickpocketing is constantly not letting us do that because we have a full inventory. Auto pickpocketing is not a thing at the start here. Everything is very much the opposite of automatic in RuneScape Classic. So we just need to keep regular thieving here, getting a whopping 3 coins per pickpocket. Delightful. It's not a lot at the start here, but of course it's also the first thing you can do, so can't be too surprised. And there's level 5 thieving. That is 2 quest requirements. The Apatol General Store, tea stalls, crafting stalls, monkey food stalls, which don't exist, and the baker's stall, which does. So we could head over there. I'm going to pay a little bit of my getting 3 thieving for free and do another level here at pickpocketing. Additional pickpocketing resources are farmers at level 10, warriors at level 25, guards at level 50, guards at level 40 rather, knights at level 55, paladins at level 70, and heroes at level 80. And pretty much all of those are right here in Ardougne. So that's nice. One more level here and we can pop over to the market, where a lot of the stall thieving is, or rather all of it currently. As you might expect, as things progress, more places with more training methods and more things are added. But for now, we just got regular old level 6 thieving. And that is nothing. That's alright. So let's go past the warrior women here, which counts the warriors. We got heroes, guards, knights, all kinds of good stuff. Let's heal up with some of our food we brought after getting punched in the face repeatedly by that man. And see if this works here to steal from the baker stall. Attempt to steal from the stall. That's an achievement. Brilliant. This works in old school. Just standing on top of the baker. You can grab his stuff. Not going to work out for us here. Also, there's now 2 baker stalls, where originally there was only the singular one. That's interesting. We stand over here. We can grab stuff. Also, probably shouldn't have done that, because I wanted to look at the shops. We try to trade here. He just calls the guards on us. Oh, a hero's attacking us. You're much weaker than you're supposed to be. I guess we're also stronger than we're supposed to be. Either way. Well, now that we've thieved things, we can't look at any of the shops here. Ah, well. There is not a huge amount of interesting things here either way. Maybe we hold off on that for a little bit. Or we can come back. We can come back later. As you try to steal from stalls, you get attacked by guards, which is a much bigger deal when the guards are stronger. But here we can get things like cakes, which is a pretty fun time. Basically, we're going to want to drop most of the rest of food at this point. Cake is okay. It's not super crazy or anything. There's all 7. No other unlocks. Nothing until level 10 here. So we can just steal some cakes, bring those around for food. There's a new food option for us here. And also chocolate slices and bread. The cakes are definitely the more interesting thing here. So that's nice. So this is at level 5 here. Then as we progress up the levels, there's the silk stall at level 20, fur stall at level 35, which for whatever reason does not have a map icon in RuneScape Classic. Silver at level 50, and gems at level 75. There's level 8, which is again nothing. Also, getting into combat with the guards, much more of a problem when you wouldn't be able to just one-hit them constantly. Just drop more cakes and stuff on the ground. It's a reasonable training method. Just drop, pick, drop, pick. Yeah, it's pretty good. Decent XP rates compared to some other things. There's level 9. I guess get one more level here. Also, sometimes the guards are the wrong spawn of the guards, and they can't actually walk to you, so they just leave. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Just drop, pick, drop, pick. And if it's the bread or cake slice, you can just eat it. Make things faster. Yeah, I think we're probably just gonna constantly one-hit the guards if they try to bother us. Which is definitely a statement, for sure. So we're getting a tiny bit of combat experience here along the way. So that's something. And there's level 10. Another milestone and all that. We could pickpocket from farmers. Not that that'd be super helpful. Anyways, we can continue exploring more of Ardougne here. Looking at what else exists. We've got the plate mail shop here with Zanusha. Now selling plate bodies instead of the specifically plate mails, which were the female variety, which allowed you to wear gloves, had the same stats. All very strange. But that's not even in the game anymore. So you'll be able to get your plate mails here. If you wanted to turn them into plate bodies, you just have to go back over to Varrock and talk to Thrander. Get them all switched around. Bronze, iron, steel, black, and mithril plate mail tops were here. So, no adamant. And of course the prices are all over the place. Except for black, which is still fine. It's wild. Mining and smithing rework. What a time. If we continue out from here, we can see on the map many different doors and buildings with little keyhole symbols. And those are for picklocking. There's doors, and then behind the doors and in these chests, there's other things. So there's various levels required for various doors and bits. We got doors at level 7, 16, and 21 up here near the market. And then a few other things a little further afield. And the traps for the chests are at level 13, 23, 13, 28, and 43. And then more chests in other places. We will get to those places in a bit here. We also have a bank here, which is great for people that can use banks. Love to see it. We got the mansion over here, looking very fancy. It is the Handelmort mansion. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. We got a fancy wizard over in the corner, doing wizard stuff. Again, related to what we're going to be doing later. Go check out him and his fancy blue floor. Delightful. Wizard property. Very cool. Continuing further west here, we've got another shop, which we can actually access without the thieving problems. This is the Adventurer Store, where we can get vials of water, bronze pickaxe, iron axe / hatchet, cooked meat, tinderboxes, balls of wool, bronze arrows, ropes, papyrus, and not knives or jugs, instead later sleeping bags. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. Like a stack of bronze arrows that could actually get us somewhere. Even though we're still going to be losing them constantly, since we don't have quality of life stuff for ranged yet. We're going to need to do a little bit of range here pretty soon, so might just end up buying these arrows. Could save us a bit of headache. Overall, an interesting shop. Lots of good stuff in there for all your adventuring needs. And then up here we've got a chapel. Restore prayer. Have a great time. And right across the road, a furnace. Which is great and all. What with the mine out to the east. But there's no anvils around yet, so not too great for us. Also, the mine's not right, so eh. If we head back this way a little bit, there's also another place we can go. There is a sewers. Much like in Varrock. Just pop down here. And we got all sorts of great stuff down in here. Most of which is connected to other quests and shenanigans. So right now we just have access to a handful of giant rats, which is not great. And a gate that requires level 31 thieving. Back down in there, there would be a mine with iron and coal. Well, that was removed with the mining and smithing rework. So now there's just some zombies. I trained my range to like level 20 or 30 on those zombies for no apparent reason. Back in the day. But anyways, that is the Ardougne sewers for now, at least. Lots of extra places are going to exist in this mess of a location. But we can't even get in there anyways currently, so not too worried about it. If we continue over the river here, we would miss out on going to the zoo. So we're going to do that first. A zoo. Fantastic. Nothing super important here. And a lot of these places have been added to the zoo. There's only a few things here. Nothing super crazy. Just an interesting little area. Wild. And then if we pop over the river actually this time, we can get over to the castle. In here, we've got more paladins and knights for thieving. And then upstairs, we've got a black scimitar behind a door. Pretty sure. And then the doors here and chests. The doors activate the trap, so we can't actually get in here. The doors specifically are level 61. Then the chest is level 72. So even if you are getting through the door, you're still not in a great spot. Lots of thieving requirements all over the place. And then pretty much lastly here in Ardougne, heading back out of the city, we arrive at the Chaos Druid Tower, which also has thieving stuff. The door requires level 46, so we can't get in there. And then down in the basement, there's a chest that requires level 59. So, lots of thieving to be done, especially since the quest here itself requires level 21. So I think we can probably just go get that done. Just gonna head back to the baker stall. 11 thieving. That is also potential double loot from men. I think that requires agility or something. Nope. Looks like the first double loot level here, which was added later, only for men, does not require additional agility levels. There is level 12. Neat. And that is nothing. Level 13 thieving. That is a quest requirement. And some of the chests here in Ardougne. Those have 10 coins in them. Could probably try to find one of those. That'd be something. If I was a coin with 10 chests, if I was a chest with 10 coins in it, where would I be? Somewhere in here. Chest with 10 coins. Coming for you. Those are safes. That's a later thieving edition. Let me find these chests here. They're level 13, so they can't be behind the level 16 doors over here. Obviously. Should be around here somewhere. There's a lot of different rooms and places here. Those are drawers. Well, let's try to find this chest. I'm gonna go find it. Okay. This is not the place it's supposed to be in. Or the locked door we're supposed to be able to get through with our level. Let's see if these are the right chests, though. Find nothing. Alright, we can't find the trap for this chest. That one worked. Here's the 10 coin chest. It got moved over here. And the chest mechanics, they take some time for the loot to come back. So, 10 coins. Neat. Definitely worse experience. there's going to be more useful chests in the future. But there you go. 10 coin chest. Got it. 14 thieving as a quest requirement. 15 thieving. That is 2 quest requirements. Female ham followers, rock cake stalls, and dairy cows. None of those yet. 16 thieving. That is nothing here. But it is these doors over here. Interesting that's not on the list there. Picklock this door. We failed. Failed. There we go. Right in here. So access to this chest, which we are looking at, and succeeding grab 10 coins. So that's in here too. So the 10 coin chest is behind a higher level door here now. Wild. And then if we go to the other side here, pick like this door. This is required for the achievement. Wild. And then up here, we got 2 chests. We find nothing on this chest, because we don't have the level for it. And this one we also find nothing. Alright. So, don't have the level for that yet. Back to the baker stall. 17 thieving. That is a quest requirement. 18 thieving is nothing. 19 thieving, also nothing. 20 thieving, milestone achievement, such and such. That is male ham followers. Double loot from farmers with 10 agility, potentially. Plunder Zogre coffins. And actually, stealing from silk stalls. Unfortunately, it's not super worth it, all things considered. Since 16 experience here, and much faster respawn, compared to the silk stall here, giving 24 experience, and taking a little bit longer. Overall, nothing too crazy. Ideally, this would be more experience or something, but it's okay. The baker stall is just significantly faster to respawn. So the slight uptick in experience here just overall is not worth it. Unless you want the silk. And there has been times when that's been nice. Start of old school RuneScape. Stealing from the silk stall, trading it to people standing around here, and then they could go and sell the silk to the silk merchant. Everybody made profit, all worked out. And since you were stealing the silk, you can't just trade it in immediately, since everybody's really mad about you thieving from them at the start. But eventually, that's an idea. Or if you can use a bank, you can go put the silk in your bank and trade it in later. But, yeah. For us, we're just gonna stay here, dropping cakes on the floor. Pretty great. And the level that we need for right now, 21 thieving. That is Black Ibis gear from Pyramid Plunder. Potential triple loot from men with 11 agility. And what we actually care about and can use here, the requirements for Tribal Totem. If we check the quest here, Tribal Totem, we need nothing, and it starts in Brimhaven, which would have been quite the adventure, going all the way to Brimhaven, if not for a new boat here. We can get from Ardougne to Brimhaven with Captain Barnaby for 30 coins. We are brought right over to Brimhaven and complete an achievement thing. Great. So this is very nice. Allows for a new way to get over to the members area beyond White Wolf Mountain. Just need to cross Karamja here, if you're so inclined. But right over here, in this area here, the Shrimp and Parrot, we're going to talk to Kangai Mao. Hello, I am Kangai Mao of the Rantuku tribe. Hello, who are the Rantuku tribe? A proud and noble tribe of Karamja, but now we are few, as men come from across the sea, steal our land, and settle our hunting grounds. Yeah. Not ideal. But he is over here in Brimhaven. So what's he up to? What are you doing in Brimhaven? I'm looking for someone brave to go on an important mission for me. Someone skilled in thievery and sneaking about. I am told I can find such people in Brimhaven. Alright. I can get behind that. Tell me of this mission. I may be able to help. I just learned about thieving today. I've stolen many cakes. Is that what you're looking for? Hopefully, because that's the help he's gonna get. I need someone to go on a mission to the city of Ardougne. There you will find the house of Lord Handelmort. In his house, he has our tribal totem. We need it back. Why does he have it? Lord Handelmort is an Ardougnese explorer, which means he thinks he has the right. Depends how they're going with this. To come to my tribal home, steal our stuff, and put it in his private museum. Rude. Not good. So we can steal it back from the stealer? Okay. I will get it back. Best of luck with that, adventurer. How can I find Handelmort's house? Ardougne is a pretty big place. I don't know Ardougne. You tell me. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. You've never even been there. Of course you don't know exactly where any particular building is. Ardougne's not that large of a place, to be fair. And there's only really one building that it could have been, but that's okay. Everything's fine. Back to Ardougne, and that's also an achievement. Sailing both directions. Fantastic. We can work with that. So what we need now is information, which we can get from a handy-dandy tourist guidebook. Right here. Pick that up and see what Ardougne has to offer. Introduction. This book is your guide to the vibrant city of Ardougne. Ardougne is known as an exciting modern city located on the sun-drenched southern coast of Candarin. Ardougne, city of shopping. Come sample the delights of the Ardougne market, the biggest in the known world. From spices to silk, there is something here for everybody. Other popular shopping destinations in the area include the Armory and the ever-popular Adventurer's Supply Store. Ardougne, city of fun. If you're looking for entertainment in Ardougne, why not pay a visit to Ardougne City Zoo, or relax with a drink in the ever-popular Flying Horse Inn. And for the adventurous, there are always rats to be slaughtered in Ardougne's expansive and vermin-ridden sewers. There truly is something for everybody here. Ardougne, city of history. Ardougne is renowned as an important city of historical interest. Our historic building is the magnificent Handelmort Mansion, currently owned by Lord Francis Kurt Handelmort. Also of historical interest is Ardougne Castle in the east side of the city, recently opened to the public. And of course, the Holy Order of Paladins still wander the streets of Ardougne and are often of interest to tourists. further fields. The area surrounding Ardougne is also of great interest to the cultural tourist. If you want to go further afield, why not have a look at the ominous Pillars of Zanash, the mysterious marble pillars located just to the west of the city, perhaps the town of Brimhaven on the exotic island of Karamja. It's only a short boat trip, with regular transport leaving from Ardougne Harbor at all times of the day, all year round. So there's a few things in here that aren't quite right. The Pillars of Zanash being in the wrong direction. A few things that don't technically exist yet. But for the general information here, it's about what you're going to get. So this is the Handelmort Mansion. And of course we can't just pop in here, say hello. It is securely locked. So what we are going to need to do is find a way in. Talk to Horatio here. Maybe get some information. It's a fine day to be out in the garden, isn't it? Yes, it's very nice. Days like these make me glad to be alive. And you also have to be very glad that you don't have an attack option, because that could be exactly what the next thing someone would do to such a chipper NPC. So, who are you? My name is Horatio Dobson. I'm the gardener to Lord Handelmort. Take a look around this beautiful garden. Oh, this is my handiwork. So do you garden around back too? That I do. Doesn't all the security around the house get in your way then? I'm used to all that. I have my keys, the guard dogs know me, and I know the combination to the door lock. It's rather easy. It's his middle name. Whose middle name? Huh. I probably shouldn't have said that. Forget I mentioned it. The door key. Unfortunately, we can't open the door with that bit of information. But we do have the Lord's middle name here in the book. 'Tis Kurt. So now, with that tidbit of information, we now know a bit of information that we're going to need later. But now comes the less intuitive portion of Tribal Totem. The door is locked. We can't get inside. So we need to start wandering around town, trying to figure out if something nearby can help. And in fact, there is something that can help. This wizard over here, doing wizard things, can be of assistance to us. Wizard Cromperty. Hello, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I'm Cromperty. Cedrador has told me about you. As a wizard and an inventor, he has aided me in my great invention. That doesn't exist yet. Not gonna worry about it. 2 jobs? That's gotta be tough. A wizard and an inventor? Now when you combine them, it isn't. I invent magic things. Nice. So what have you invented? My latest invention is my patent-pending teleportation block. It emits a low-level magical signal that will allow me to locate it anywhere in the world and teleport anything directly to it. I hope to revolutionize the entire teleportation system. Don't you think I'm great? I mean, it's great. So, where's the other block? I would guess somewhere between here and the Wizard's Tower in Misthalin. All I know is that it hasn't gotten there yet, as the wizards there would have contacted me. I'm using the RPDT for delivery. They assured me it would be delivered promptly. Who are the RPDT? The RuneScape Parcel Delivery Team. They come very highly recommended. Their motto is, "We aim to deliver your stuff at some point after you have paid us." That's definitely a statement, sure. So, let's go for a different option here. Can you teleport me with to your magical block? By all means. I'm afraid I can't give you any specifics as to where you will come out, however. Presumably, wherever the other block is located. Yep, sounds good to me. Teleport me somewhere random. Or we could say that sounds dangerous, which it absolutely does. But no. Teleport. Okie dokie. Ready? Magic, magic, magic. And we're over here. With the RPDT. Welcome to RPDT. Thank you very much. And we popped out of this box here. There's a label on the crate to Lord Helmort Mansion, Ardougne. We take that crate label, and this other crate here has a label to Senior Patents Clerk, Chamber of Invention, the Wizard's Tower, Mistlin. The crate is securely fastened. Luckily, the teleport teleported us near the block and not inside the crate. That would have been poorly. So if we just slap this label to the mansion over top of the Wizard's Tower label there. Now I just need to get someone to deliver this for me. Welcome to the RPDT. When are you going to deliver this crate? Well, I guess we could do it now. And now they've delivered the crate, apparently. So, Wizard Property has been waiting for them to deliver his crate to the Wizard's Tower, and it literally hadn't left until we showed up and bothered them about it. Also, after we just kind of popped out into existence right next to the crate, but they don't seem to worry about that too much. And now that it's been brought to where it needs to be, we can go back through Wizard Property's dialogue here to get back to our teleporting with the crate option, which we now know precisely where it should be. Let's go. And it pops us in to the mansion. Delightful. Now that we're in here, we need to deal with some systems. Lots of security, even ignoring the locked front door. We got a door here, which requires the middle name passcode that we were told about. Entered by going through the alphabet. Or backwards, also works. And one more. Correct. There we go. Seems correct. And here we go. The stairs are also trapped. Your trained senses as a thief enable you to see there is a trap in these stairs. You make a note of its location for future reference when using these stairs. Very dangerous to be booby-trapping your staircase like that, but alright. That gets us up to here. And then we keep looking around. We got a chest here, which we can open up. No traps to be found. Search it for the tribal totem. Brilliant. Climbing back down the staircase. Avoiding the trap again. And we can get out of here. Luckily, nobody was home. So we didn't have to confront anybody with our breaking in here. And that gets us the tribal totem, which we can just bring right on back to Brimhaven with the super convenient boat here. Only 30 coins. I'm all for it. Can definitely work with that. Potential usage in the future if we want to get over to Ardougne more quickly. Although we could eventually we'll be able to actually teleport there, but for now, probably would still be faster to teleport to Camelot and run over there instead of teleporting to Falador and then walking to Port Sarim and then across Karamja. There's options. Depends where we're at, I suppose. But here we go. We got the totem here. And the Rantuku's tribe's totem. Rantuku tribe. Have you got our totem back? Yes, I have. You have? Many thanks, brave adventurer. Here, have some freshly cooked Karamjan fish, caught specially by my tribe. You hand over the totem, and we complete the quest. 1 quest point, 1,775 thieving XP, which is the accurate amount that we would have gotten, and 5 swordfish, 3 of which were dumped on the floor here. So that's also enough to get 2 thieving levels, which is a wine stall which doesn't exist, and 2 future quests. Amazing. So, don't need this guidebook anymore. Don't really need these swordfish either. But until we have a reason to drop them, we'll bring them with us. The swordfish are definitely better than the cake, at least. So we got that going for us. Alright. So now, I think we just need to see if the shop owners at the Ardougne market are still angry with us. Because I want to look at their shops. Maybe we give them a little bit. Cool off a bit more. Should be getting close, though. Timers and whatnot. So, it's going to hang around here for a little bit. Alright, that should be plenty. It's like 20 minutes. We have to be careful to not thieve anything here. Talk to the baker. Good day, monsieur. Would you like the nicely, freshly baked bread? Perhaps a nice piece of cake? Let's see what you have. He sells bread, cake, chocolate slices, and later, apparently, chocolate bars. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. The silk merchant doesn't sell silk. You can sell him silk, which is wild. He's got a pile of silk, but he buys silk, so that's on him, I guess. Got the fur trader here. Would you like to trade in fur? Yeah. Bunch of stuff in this shop, but actually none of any of the other things. Bunch of hunter stuff here. Don't think any of that does anything. Either way. He sells fur and gray wolf fur. Gray wolf fur for 50 times. Oh, no. 2.5 times. It's much more expensive, though. The bear fur is actually cheaper here. Wow. Yep. Don't really need either of those either, so not a huge deal. The silver stall over here with the silver merchant. Very fancy, very cool. Silver, silver. Best prices for buying and selling in all Canterbury. Yes. He sells unstrung symbols here. We've made plenty of those for training crafting, my goodness. Also sells, or used to sell, silver ore and silver bar. None of those here anymore. We can get those easily enough. Not a huge loss. A slightly larger loss, though, is the gem shop here. With the gem merchant. Here, look at my lovely gems, he says, before showing me 0 gems. Should be sapphires, emerald, and ruby in here. And just being able to purchase a ruby would be great. Would not have saved us having to get 2 rubies before this area existed, but man, that would have been nice. Or if it existed in any of the other gem stores. It's alright. But that is basically Ardougne here. Lots of thieving. So much thieving. Pickpocketing. Doors. Chests. Stalls. Very good. Very good. But now, I want to do some training in other skills that are going to be more useful than thieving. Eventually we're going to need to get more thieving. That's fine. But for now, I'm going to drop all this food because I'm not going to need it. Where we're going, we don't need food. We just want some inventory space. I guess I could also technically drop a lot of these runes where there's not a magic shop this side of the world. So if I wanted to actually get more runes back, it'd be more awkward than anything. So maybe we just keep the Varrock teleport runes here. Or based on things that are coming next, Falador teleport will be better for us. So just drop these. That still gives us options here. We can work with that. But what I want to do is some more fletching. There are some willow trees around here. So I'm just going to figure out which batch of willow trees I like better. We either have these ones here or the ones up near Sears Village. And since we kind of need to go over there to get a knife anyway, probably just going to go that way. If we can find a good spot where we can just stand in one spot. Although we might also need to worry about the respawn time for willow trees here. Either way, we need to do significantly more fletching. Also get woodcutting XP. That'll be great. Maybe some fishing and cooking if we also want to do that. But since the willow trees are so far away from a bank, it's basically the same as fishing at this point. Since we need to just drop everything. Well, that's okay. So we're just gonna go pick up a knife here in Sears Village. See if the trees up here are looking okay. Overall, it's probably gonna be fine. Willow is going to be a lot more experience than Oak was. So at least we got that going for us. And we will start that grind right now. But the actual experience and levels and everything is going to be in the next episode. So, start off with a bit of grinding and then get into the next set of new content, new stuff to do, new places, all kinds of good stuff. Every time. Next time. Goodbye.